We need one for the door.
We need like a way bigger one than that one.
Need a neon sign, too.
Preferably like flashing that way. And we're back.
Little hiatus.
A little bit. Season 4, episode 63, Mainly Stoopid podcast.
You boys.
We back. You could come join the podcast. You know, we could make this a 3-person podcast if someone cool wants to move in next door.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
House next door for sale.
I wonder how much they want for that.
Bargain price. Bargain price. Come on, move. Come buy it. Come on in.
Let me guess.
Come on in.
Do you know what he's selling it for?
Yeah.
Let me guess.
Okay.
I'm guessing $525.
That is incorrect.
Low?
No.
It's high.
Your guess was low.
My guess was low.
Yes.
Wow. Over 7?
No.
$650.
Nope.
Higher?
No, you were high.
I was high that time. My original guess was high?
No, your first guess was low. Second guess high.
$599.
Higher.
$625.
Yep.
Sheesh.
Yeah. Great neighborhood.
Yeah, it's a fucking racetrack, and the neighbor next door is a little bit of a loose cannon.
And the house, it's interesting. It's nice it's nice and light inside.
Trouble is, it was a builder that owned it, in my opinion.
But the upstairs looks really nice.
Yeah.
But it's only 1,900 square feet.
Is that a walkout basement?
Yeah.
So that's a ranch, right?
Yeah. And it's only listed as 2-bed, 2-bath.
It's a finished basement?
Sammy. And
the other trouble with buying that house is Strider may just show up.
You never know. You never know who could show up. You got no garage.
Yep.
You've got no room between your neighbors' lots. Like you were wedged in there.
And your budding neighbor, Chuck must own behind him, right?
Yeah.
I asked Chuck for permission to hunt yesterday.
Yeah.
He said no.
Yeah.
Which I understand. I get it.
Don't doubt it.
You know, I was just curious if you'd be willing to let me hunt out on your property behind Garrett's. He goes, out of all people, I'd probably say yes to you, but because I've said no to everyone else, I got to say no. So, completely fine with it. That's why I ask. That's the worst that somebody can say is no.
You got a hot tub.
You did?
No, they do.
Oh. Nothing like laying in a tepid pool of your own filth.
Yeah. That I can see right from my kitchen window.
Even better.
Yep.
Imagine me.
Or my office. Either way.
Me out there with a mocktail and my Speedo. Garrett throwing up his poor Leah at the kitchen sink doing dishes, and all she looks out and sees my fat ass.
Just waddling down the stairs to the fucking hot tub.
Waving like Cousin Eddie and fucking Christmas Vacation.
Yeah.
Mala Kaliki Maka.
Shoot. Leah the other day was like, do you need help with the boat or anything? I was like, no. Why? She's like, well, it's over here. I was like, yeah. I was like, you're lucky I haven't gotten a hair across my ass and actually gone and pumped up the other tires on the other trailers that I own and gone and parked them over here too.
Why are they parked over there?
The fucking house is for sale.
Oh, so you don't want...
Fuck them people.
You want the new neighbors to see your array of equipment?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we are setting a baseline.
All right. That's a good idea.
I do not want them thinking that they are moving in next to like a nice quiet.
You just want them to realize that they're moving into chaos from the beginning.
Yeah.
Speaking of neighbors, I got a fucking rant.
Yeah, I heard you're getting new ones.
Yeah, so I don't know if I know I've explained it to you, but for the people that listen, the house I live in, it's a duplex. So there's a main house, I call it, which is the duplex part. There's 2 bedroom, 2 bath on either side. And then there's like an addition on the back that has an apartment on the bottom level and an apartment on the top. The people that live upstairs, I call them stupid and stupid. Garrett will like this. They also worked at Cumberland Farms.
Yeah. So they're high quality individuals.
Yeah. She uses pronouns.
Oh, good for her.
And he is and I don't know what he does. Like they're fucking hippies. So they have a pit bull. What's that fucking dog that's mean? It's got the fucking curly tail and like big and puffy. It's like a pit bull. Is it Shar-Pei or Chow?
Shar-Pei is like the really wrinkly one.
I think it's a Chow.
Chow is like a floofy one.
Yeah, and they're kind of mean sometimes.
They're just stupid.
Yeah. So they have like a pit bull Chow mix. And so we've lived there a year. Since we've moved in, that dog has come after me at least a half a dozen times. They always have him on a leash, but they use like a 20-foot, 25-foot leash. So when they open the door, he just runs out, whether they're outside or not yet, and fucking runs at anybody that's outside. And like I said, half a dozen times to me. Last week when I was up in Jackman, Mandy sends me a video of she's opening the door and the fucking dog is running almost into our house at row, like teeth showing. The Mrs. Stupid had to fucking reef on him to come back, and she's like, "Oh, sorry." So that was my final straw. I was, you can fucking attack me, but you fuck with my wife or my dog.
Yeah, go fuck yourselves.
Yeah, we're gonna have an issue. So I got back 2 days later, called the landlord, Mary, who's a sweetheart. Mind you, our landlords own an insurance agency. So, like, they realize the whole liability thing, like, all of that. So I told her about it. And she was like, okay, this needs to be handled. I will let you know what we're going to do. Like, very upset about it. And she's met Roe. The neighbors have met Roe, except for Stupid and Stupid. Roe's a good dog. She's a 6-month-old puppy, so she's a little high-strung.
Yeah. But
she's a good dog. She doesn't bark. She doesn't fucking growl. She's well-trained. So 2 days later, Mary's father comes in, Mr. Dennett, Peter, and he shows me this letter that he's drafted. And in the letter...
Mr. Dennett!
In the letter, it says, talked about how the dog's gone after other people, contractors and stuff that they've had working there. Not just me. So he explains that and gives them 30 days to remove the dog from the property. And if you fail to do that, then you will be asked to vacate the property as well. So this past Monday, I get a call. I think it was Monday. I get a call from Mary at the shop. And she's like, her voice is shaking when I talk to her. She's like, I needed to call you and tell you that we sent them the letter. He just came into our office, which is adjacent to our property. It's on the street. And threatened me. And I had to ask him to leave or I was going to call the police. So he left, whatever. She didn't call the police. So I just wanted to let you know that they are not handling this very well. I said, okay. I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about him Like, if he's got a fucking problem with me, I'll pound him in his head.
Yeah.
Like, I don't give a fuck. But I'm worried about Mandy and Roe. So later on that day, I happen to look at, I get a notification.
Hit him right in the they-thems.
Yeah. I get a notification on our Ring camera, and they're standing outside at their door, calling us cunts. And then Mrs. Stoopid says, I should have just let the dog attack their dog and bite them every time he's run at him instead of stopping him. I was like, okay, bitch. So I then called Mary and informed her of it. And she goes, can you send me that video? I said, sure thing. So I sent her that. And I also called a friend of mine that's a cop in town to let him know.
Yeah.
So they're getting evicted. And they're not taking it very well. I told Mary, I was like, that fucking place is going to be trashed when they leave. She was like, yeah, I know, but it's needed to be redone anyways. So, just fucking, like, I wasn't asking, I didn't ask for the dog to get removed, but from them being an insurance agency, they realized the liability.
Well, and just don't, just control your shit.
Exactly. Control your dog.
Be a responsible human being.
Yeah. I wasn't.
It's not hard.
And if he has a problem, like, obviously, they weren't asking them to leave. It sucks that they have to find a place for their dog, but he made it so they're getting evicted.
Yeah.
And they're clearly, so every time, they know we have a camera. So every time they walk in front of it, they call us cunts or something like that. Mandy's fucking nervous about it, like petrified to be home by herself. So, like, tonight I've got her dad there.
Yeah.
Because she's scared about going outside without anybody there. So, but yeah. So that happened. But other than that, my trip north was awesome. Not as many birds as we wanted, by far. But I put 522 miles on my truck in 5 days. Did a bunch. So Monday, we got there Friday night, hunted Saturday. Saw 2 birds, missed one. I didn't miss it. My buddy Matt missed it. I saw another bird, tried to get out, and it took off. I couldn't chase after it. Sunday, my friend Matt's got a cow permit at the end of the month up there next week. So Sunday we did a bunch of scouting. Went to the Four Seasons in Jackman.
How was the hunting Sunday?
It was not a lot of traffic. It
Pretty
was
quiet,
pretty good.
Yeah.
Not a lot of foot traffic.
A
Not
little
a lot of
easier.
vehicles.
Yeah, a little easier.
Found a bunch of good sign for areas for him to hunt. And then Monday morning, so we went to the Four Seasons for dinner. Monday morning, my father-in-law woke up with food poisoning. So he didn't hunt the first part of the day. So I had another friend up there that had a bull permit for that week. 7:45, I get a text from him. We're done, with a picture of a bull laying in a clear cut. So we met up with him, helped him with that. And then Matt had to leave, so I hung out with them for the rest of the part of the day, and we went off and went out to remember that whole lib place I sent you in
Ian?
No, Evan on, where he got his truck all scratched up.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Indian reservation land.
Yeah.
So I ended up finding that place. Cool old logging town that's now just camps and stuff. We went there, did a bunch of driving around. Tuesday, I had another friend up in Zone 4, way north of there, on a bull hunt. So me and my other buddy were like, fuck it, we'll leave at like 6:30 in the morning. We'll drive the 3 hours north and hunt with them for the day. So we did that. Saw a bull. Couldn't get a shot at it. Yeah, just a lot of road time, but it was a blast. Finding new areas, just exploring. Stayed in my boss's camp, which is fucking done now, and it's beautiful. Warm bed at night. But and then that Tuesday, out of all places, the busiest road up there, the northern road, going in towards like the 20-mile gate in Pittston Farm, driving along at 35, 40. There's a partridge standing in the road. So I fucking slammed on the brakes. And I told my father-in-law, I said, I'm not shooting a bird. I'm not going to try and shoot a bird until you get one. So he hops out, shoots, misses. And the fucking thing moved. Like it like hopped like 4 or 5 feet. I was like, this has got to be the dumbest fucking partridge I've ever seen. So then he shoots it, gets it. And we continue on. My buddy Mike shot a rabbit, so we're driving down this road. My friend Kevin, who had the moose permit, stops the truck, gets on the radio. Like he's like, "There's a partridge in the grass there if you guys want to get it." So me and Mike hop out, and it had gone through a ditch and up into whatever it was. Had gone through a ditch and up into a swale on the side of the road, and or some tall grass. And I was like, Mike, go over there and see if we can flush it up. And so he goes over. He's like, I don't see it. I was like, well, check over in those spruces and maybe you can kick it out of there. So he goes over. He's like, there's a rabbit over here. I said, shoot the fucking thing.
Yeah.
He goes, is it rabbit season? I said, yeah. He goes, well, who's going to eat it? I said, I don't know. Just shoot shoot the fucking thing. Quit talking about it. So he's from me to that fucking roll top desk away from this rabbit and shoots it in the head with a 12 gauge. Blows a hole in the fucking head this big. Carries it back, hands it to me. I'm holding it. The heart is still beating in this rabbit. So I hand it to my buddy Kevin's daughter. And she goes, holy fuck, the heart is still beating. You could see through the hole in this rabbit's head. So he did that and got it, spun it and got it out. And she took the heart and the lungs in the windpipe and blew into the windpipe and blew up the lungs. Not a lot of bird sign. They had a bad spring. It was wet up there. But we also didn't get out and walk tote roads and shit like small overgrown tote roads. I fucking scratched the fuck out of my truck.
Good.
Yeah. I got it washed and it most of them came out. But it looked like a good old fashioned northern, and it was so dusty. And the truck it looked good after. But so this was on Saturday. We go down this road called the 37 road. Bonus points if anybody knows that listens to this podcast knows that road. I bet somebody does. So I'm looking at Onyx and the Gazetteer, and it shows that this road goes all the way through to the Golden Road. So I'm like, well, we'll just take it down here, then we'll bump down and come back, do a big loop. So we're going, and then these alders start getting thinner. The road starts getting thinner and thinner and thinner. And Matt has got a 2500 Chevy, and so his truck's even wider than mine. And we're going through it, and you just knew. And his truck's black. So
yeah,
we get through it. I'm like, I could see the Golden Road, so we're not far from it. We get right 50 yards from the Golden Road. Culvert's out, big rock in the way. So I looked at Matt. He's like, we got to go back through all that shit, don't we? I said, sure do. There's a cutoff road that we were supposed to take.
Yep.
So we go back through, get out, do the big loop. Trucks are scratched to shit. It was the dustiest I've ever seen it up there. It was
just dry. So
dry. And the roads, like the one road we were on going towards Holub was so washboarded that your truck, it was like driving on marbles. It was just, if you went too fast, the truck would start just turning sideways, driving down the road. And I was following my buddy Mike, and I had to be 100 yards behind him to so I could see him.
Yeah.
Because of the dust. And then behind me was just a dust, and then a fucking truck. So the inside of my truck is coated with dust. Those lights we put on, those worked fucking mint.
That's good.
Driving up 201 on Friday night, just flicked those on, lit up both sides of the road so you could see everything. It was awesome. Had a really good time. So hopefully Mike, my boss Mike, is on a moose hunt next week too. Hopefully he gets one early, and I'll be able to go up and hunt with Matt for a few days. We'll see what happens. But yeah.
Well, we got the duck boat back.
Yep. How's the new motor?
Good. Timmy just posted a fucking 60 Suzuki for a fucking sale. I'll fucking kick him right in the fucking dick. Swear to Christ. No, it's good.
How's the duck hunting been? It's
I've
closed right now.
I haven't been. New Hampshire's open right now. I could go hunt most of the water that I want to hunt in Maine right now and go see it, but haven't taken time off. I've been trying to relax, and I don't even know. Have we even podcasted since I fucking fucked my shoulder up?
No.
Yeah, so I tore my labrum on my left shoulder, and it's like a partial dislocation as well. So that's cool.
Did they put it back in?
It didn't have to be put back in because it was more of a dislocation which is weird. So I fell on it like directly on my shoulder. So it like forced the shoulder in. And the labrum is like, if you think of a golf ball and a golf tee.
Mm-hmm.
So the golf ball is your arm and the golf tee is your shoulder socket. And then your shoulder socket has like a little, like, it'd be like if you put a piece of Scotch tape around the golf tee.
Mm-hmm.
That's your labrum. And it kind of holds your shoulder together.
Yeah.
I tore that. Don't know if it'll ever fix itself. Doctor says, well, it's healing pretty good. I'm like, well, that's cool, but I can't sleep in a bed yet at all. I can't lift anything. I can't drive with my left hand.
What's your range of motion like?
Depends on what I'm doing and what I'm trying to do with it. And I can like grit through quite a bit of it. But like last night I was fucking wrestling with fucking the idiot dog I have. And he like cleaned my arm out from under me and I fell again on that shoulder. Oh fuck. Still very, very, very sore. Hurt like a motherfucker.
Yep.
I was like, all right, well, I'm going to go to bed now. So, I don't know. We'll see. But the fun thing is, surgeon is saying, like, hey, don't run, don't do anything, like, just let this rest. Physical therapist is like, man, you might be able to heal this with physical therapy. Just like do everything you can do. Just don't hurt it.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
So there's a very thin line.
And he's like, run, go play soccer, go do everything
Really?
you would. Yeah. He's like, we also got talking about stem cells and going to Tijuana and doing all kinds of shit. He's like, fuck yeah, dude.
Go fly down to Texas to Joe Rogan's dude.
Yeah. Ways too well.
Yep.
So
take some ivermectin.
He was like, you could look at it. He's like, not saying it's a bad idea.
Yeah.
But there's another house for sale right down the road. 5.5 acres on Haley Road. That's a weird house. That's a really weird house, actually. Do you know where... So if you're on Haley Road, you know where like there's like a weird like walking area? There's like a part, there's like trails on the left.
Yep.
As soon as you come past that towards my house, and you come down the hill, there's like a weird house on the right with like a U-shaped driveway.
Yeah.
On a field.
Yep.
That house is for sale right now. for 500. I think. What was it? Yeah, $499. 4 bed, 2 bath, 1,300 square feet,
Yeah.
but 5.5 acres. Most of it is swamp or wetland, but
Good deer hunting property.
there's a fuck ton of deer right there. You're also right across from. I know the neighbors there. Good people. Good shed on the property. Look at that shed. Good bones. Yeah, I mean. Yeah, someone should fucking move in next door. I'd rather have someone I know move in next door than fucking some dickhead from Massachusetts.
Right.
But yeah, like, look at that. That's the inside of next door.
That is pretty sweet.
Like, pretty nice kitchen. But, yeah. Big boat's put away. Me and George brought his boat down last Thursday.
Is that here?
It's in York.
At his house?
No.
No.
Sitting on Regis's mooring.
Oh.
On his dock. So he could unload it in York, which he did yesterday. And then today he was allegedly going to work on a trailer and
I love your father to death. But sometimes it seems like he just does things
to do things
and make them more difficult.
You think?
I mean, it hasn't taken me 20 years to realize it. But, like...
Yeah. Try 40.
We're old.
Yeah.
I'm going to be 38 on Sunday. 38? 39? 38. 87. Yes, 38. My father-in-law and I were giving each other shit back and forth the whole time we were up there. My rain visor on my passenger side, I think it was cracked from brush hitting it or something, but he went to close the door and his hand slipped off of it and it fucking snapped it, just broke 2 inches off of it. So later on, he was like, so what do you want for your birthday? I was like, well, I guess I need a new set of fucking rain visors now.
Yeah. Start with the fucking rain visors, you broke, you prick. Jesus Christ, shut the fuck up.
Kathy.
Yeah.
Only because you called me that.
We got yeah. So George brought his boat down to York on Thursday. Tied it up to Regis' dock on Thursday.
I'm going to call from the harbor master that I was untied from Regis's dock.
No, it's just sat there. He went out to it yesterday and unloaded it using Regis's dinghy. Hasn't done anything else. He said he was going to rebuild one of the fuel pumps for one of the gas cans he's got. Apparently can't get that done today. Said he was going to come work on the trailer. Haven't seen him.
Does he still have my trailer?
He's been, yep.
Okay.
He's been talking about mounting a toolbox that I gave him for free for 3 weeks. Hasn't done that yet. Finally bought the jack for the trailer. And then didn't listen. And then insisted on buying a wheel for the trailer. For an equipment trailer. I was like, you don't want a wheel on an equipment trailer. You're never going to use a wheel. You're never going to wheel it around.
Yeah.
Well, I might want the wheel. Whatever.
That doesn't have a tongue jack on it already?
Nope.
You should have just bought an electric jack.
So he bought one from Harbor Freight. And I said, well, does it clear the toolbox that you want to mount to it before you buy the jack? I would make sure that everything's going to work copacetically together. I don't know.
Does it have a V-tongue on it? Or is it? He should have just... They make him... You could fucking get them where they just drop right into the...
Yeah.
They're like $40 on Amazon. Or like...
He went to Harbor Freight.
Pretty sure I am at the shop. And then you could just bought a wheel to put on it.
I told him not to buy the wheel. What do you need a wheel for? Why do you need a wheel on a fucking trailer?
Especially if it's going to be here most of the time. He's not going to store it in his yard.
Or ever. Like, I've never...
Especially on gravel. They don't fucking roll.
No.
Unless they're on pavement.
And perfect.
Yeah.
Unless they're on concrete.
Yeah.
Smooth concrete.
But even then, one pebble is going to stop it.
Yeah. A fucking eraser will stop it.
If he wants to move it, then he needs actually like a trailer tongue jack that he can wheel around.
But, no, I don't know what I'm talking about. Like, whatever. Just don't listen to me. Fuck it. I'm just trying to save you a fucking headache here. And, just a little hint. Put a fucking wheel on the thing. Guess what? It's going to hang down lower.
Mm-hmm.
So when you put it on something like a Jeep, as opposed to my truck, where the truck is elevated and then you put it on the Jeep and then you have a drop hitch and it's lower, guess what that wheel's going to do when you go over a fucking bump or up a hill or down? It's going to fucking drag. And it's just going to fucking get ripped off. And guess who's going to be pissed that they had a wheel on the trailer? Not this guy. This guy's just going to sit here and go, ha! Who could have seen this coming? But I digress. I just don't concern myself.
That's all you can do.
I went and got my hardware. I got to mount my new kill switch for my boat. Eventually.
Yep.
I get all the leaves out of my boat. And then... Oh, what time are the games this weekend? I gotta be in Exeter at like... I gotta leave for Exeter at 11:30. Maybe they'll have a morning showing on Saturday. Go over and fire up a boat or two.
Yep. Be like Step Brothers.
Yeah. Pretty much. That's my plan. Just keep it rolling.
Start mowing the lawn, leaf blowing.
Yeah. I did some leaf blowing the other day. First round.
Careful.
God damn it.
Easy.
That went everywhere. We got leaf blowing going on. We got mouse killing. It's time. I also got to pull a fucking pellet stove out and replace some parts.
Gonna make sure your snowblowers are running. Wait till it's far too early for that.
Way too early.
Mark my words. If one of them doesn't start, Garrett will text me the night before a snowstorm. You got this carburetor part in stock? You got a belt for this?
Yeah. Or, you got any that work?
Yeah. You still got that 1432 commercial.
I'm so over fucking snow removal.
Yeah, it sucks.
I don't even like. There's no good. There's no good way to get rid of snow.
No, it sucks.
Snow blowing blows.
Plowing sucks.
Plowing sucks.
Shoveling sucks. It all sucks.
Yeah.
And we never get like the light fluffy storms anymore. It's always fucking concrete. And like the light fluffy stuff is nice because you can go out and you can actually fucking go pretty fast. But
Or when it's not that, we only get like, or at least here, we only get like 2.5, 3 inches. And it's like, oh, fuck, is it even worth fucking cleaning up?
yeah.
It's like, do I just roll the dice and really hope that it fucking warms?
And then and then you do that and then you don't do it.
and then it
and
just
then-
fucking turns to goddamn concrete.
Yeah, because the next 4 days it's blowing 85 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And it's minus 25. So then you get these rutted up fucking skating rinks in your yard.
Fuck winter.
I don't mind the cold. But I tell you, I'm going to North Carolina in January.
Yeah. Solo trip though, right?
Yeah, I'm just going down for the weekend. Visit my sister for a few days. See my nieces and nephews.
Last weekend of York soccer.
Bittersweet.
Sweet. And the problem is now it like starts the planning for the next.
Yeah.
Ah, fuck. We have a meeting tomorrow night. Fuck.
Bought a new scope for my rifle.
Yeah?
For the rifle I inherited from Mandy's great uncle.
Yeah.
It's the same scope that I have on my 308, but it's a illuminated reticle. So you can flip it on, it lights it up, and it also has like this. It's from SIG, and it has technology where it will mesh with a rangefinder. Like I could, if I want to buy a SIG rangefinder, I could shoot the range with the rangefinder, and it will talk to the scope. It'd say which, because it has holdover dots in it,
Yeah.
like set for, you could sight them in for what you want, but like it'll tell you, if I range it and it's 200 yards, it'll tell me which dot to use, which is pretty cool.
Huh. Gonna shoot the deer for you too.
It would be nice. Probably be a lot less shaky.
At what point is it too much?
What do you mean?
Is it too much technology?
There's way more technology than that in some of these newer scopes.
Yeah, I know.
Like I don't mind that one, the biggest, because I don't have the rangefinder yet, and I don't know if I will. I probably will, honestly, but because I want another rangefinder, and some of it is like some of the SIG, any of the companies out there, the technology, like you can click on your like the binoculars now. They've got like the steadiness in them, so like it's electromagnets or
Yeah,
whatever.
it's like your phone. Like
Yeah.
you never have a shaky picture
Yeah.
ever again.
Um,
Like some of that's okay,
Yeah.
but like
I think one thing.
I don't need a fucking scope to literally like. I don't know. I don't think you should be able to like dial your scope in. I mean, I guess it does take like the initial setup of the scope.
Yeah, you have to sight it in.
Which,
I mean, if you're doing around here, realistically, that's all you need to do. You just need to have it sighted in. Know what you have it sighted. Most people have it sighted in for 100, which at 200 yards, you're going to be, if you're aiming at bullseye, you're probably going to be a little low. So you know to hold a little bit higher at 200.
yeah,
200 around here, most of the time, is max.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, there's some places up north, big clear cuts where you could get a 500-yard shot if you needed to. Out west and stuff, like, you know, they've got the MOA scopes where you could dial it in, you know, as you're doing it. Which if you're doing those shots, then yes. But it almost, when you're, you know, when these guys go out on these elk hunts and you sneak up on an elk up to 400 yards and you shoot it across the valley, you know, is that really sport? You
Right.
know what I mean? It's talent because, I mean, to shoot like that, it does take talent, whether you're on a rest or not. You know, I mean,
well, whether you're on a rest and what kind of fucking technology are you're
Yeah.
using? Like that's where I'm at.
it's like some, like you a lot of bow hunters, you know, some states have outlawed, because bow hunters now, they make a sight that you can put on a bow and you hold it up and it will tell you the range and it will adjust your dot, you know, your sight that you hold it on. Like when I bow hunted, my bow had 3 pins on it. It was like 30, 20, and 10.
Yeah.
And I had to either range it or judge it to what pin I was going to hold it on.
Right.
Now, Garmin makes a sight that goes on a bow, and you pull it back, and you hit a button, and it tells you the range, and it will put a red dot where it needs to go. Some states have outlawed those because it, you know, it takes the sport out of archery. The other one other crazy thing, so like this area that we're in right here is all shotgun only.
Yeah.
And because primarily shotguns, you can't shoot that far with them, so they're safer in
Allegedly.
More consolidated areas.
Yeah.
You could go buy a shotgun now that's set up like a bolt action rifle.
Yeah.
And it's got a fucking 3x9 scope on it, and you could shoot 150 yards. You know, shooting it because it's a rifled barrel. You're shooting sabot slugs that are rifled. So it's like you're just shooting a 12 gauge fucking bullet.
Right.
You know? So muzzle loader's the same thing.
Right.
You know, smokeless powder.
You're shooting a 50 cal fucking
Exactly.
rifle.
And it's not a ball.
Right.
You know, it's like Pennsylvania, they have a legitimate black powder season, or I forget what they call it, flintlock season.
Yeah.
Where, and it's after everything is closed. It's like 2 weeks around Christmas and New Year's that you have to use a traditional flintlock rifle. And that takes some skill.
Yeah.
Because you're shooting a ball, and if it's snow on the ground, so if you're, you know, that's where the term "keep your powder dry" comes from.
Yeah.
So there's just so much technology out there, and it's, I don't know. And the other thing that pisses me off is the fucking state. And I know we could talk about this till we're blue in the face.
Our state sucks.
But the inland fisheries and wildlife in the state of Maine needs some serious fucking revamping, because you've got guys that are 80 years old that are been in there forever that do it one way, and then you have, you know, everything's changing.
Old whites, man.
And nothing is adapting. You know, it's like that with the moose hunting.
Yeah.
So the last 5 years, the state of Maine has done this project called the Adaptive Moose Hunt, where the idea is to they took Zone 4. So Zone 4 is the biggest zone. So you've got Moosehead Lake And basically, there's a little patch right here that's not zone 4. But you got Baxter State Park. So everything west of Baxter State Park to Canada
Yeah.
and north of the Golden Road and up to the St. Just Road is zone 4. It's a big fucking area. It's massive. It's like 2,500 square miles or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's all privately owned timberland that you can recreate on, obviously. So they took half of that zone. They called it the adaptive zone. They split it, north and south. And the idea was to go in and eradicate the moose population, cows primarily, to see if they could take care of, see if it would help the tick issue.
Yeah.
You listen to the biologists, and nobody has a straight answer as to if, from year 1, 2020 to 2025,
Has this helped at all?
It really, the idea of it is, you shoot the cows because if you shoot a cow, you're going to take out 3 or 4 more moose from the future.
Right.
But the ticks really prey on the younger cows. But guys don't want to shoot calves and cows and young cows because they want big ones, you know? So I just don't see how eradicating a moose population or increasing the permits and still not have, because they're not cutting as much, so there's not as much food, clear cuts and stuff. Primarily, there's a lot of moose hunters that will get out and go find them, but some guys are just riding roads, and you're not going to shoot moose riding roads, especially when there's millions of other moose hunters out there.
Right.
Because they gave out more permits. There's more bulls now, but the bulls are running scared, and there's more places for them to hide because they're not cutting as much and there's not as much food. And my thought with it was, instead of doing this so the cow season is the last hunt of all, like the adaptive zones, like they hunt these things clear up into the middle of November.
Yeah.
My thought was, why do it in November? Do it in fucking September, early September, before the rut, and go in and shoot the cows.
Yeah,
and then the guys have the chance to go in and shoot bulls during the rut, like they're supposed to. But they've changed the moose hunting seasons, so there's primarily 2 bull hunts, one the end of September and one middle of October. And there's 2 weeks in between them. They changed it to 3 weeks, so that October hunt's now increased harder because they're not rutting anymore, so they're not coming to calls. They're not. But you can ask 3 different people at Inland Fisheries and Wildlife, and get 3 different answers, and that's the fucking tough part. Nobody. I don't know. It's frustrating. And then they want you to do all these surveys and shit. I know you've talked about this with the duck stuff. Like, why am I doing your job?
I'm not doing them.
I don't do them. Fuck it. Like, I'm not. I get the emails, tell us how many deer you're seeing. Tell us this, tell us that. No, I'm not doing that. We need boots on the ground people. Like, I will say this. I met the moose biologist, the head moose biologist, as a new guy. He's been in this industry, he has, he's worked for the state for a while, but now he's the head moose biologist. He seems like he's got his fucking shit together, talking to him at the tagging station. Nice guy. I listened to a podcast with him. But the state's just, I don't know. It's so fucked.
There's too much
across the board.
There's too much money in the administration of it, not the science of it. And the actual, let's not forget why we're actually here and what you're actually here for.
Yep.
And that's what I have the biggest problem with.
And the other thing that I've thought about while I was up there driving around is there's over 1 million hunters in the state of Maine. Just deer hunters.
Yeah.
So you figure a license, $45 or whatever it is, that's a lot of fucking money.
Yeah.
A lot of fucking money. Like, where is all that money going?
Correct.
There's no breakdown of costs and what's happening where, and you just don't. they say they're doing this hunt and for this reason, and there's all these deer and all these moose, and well, where are they? I understand there's a lot of work that goes into hunting and, you know, being successful, but and then get rid of tagging stations. Fucking do it online. A tagging station, I'm going all over the place here.
No, I like it.
But you shoot a fucking deer in the state of Maine, you got to go to a tagging station. So you got to find one that's open. They charge you $5 or whatever it is to tag a deer, which I don't mind paying the $5. I really don't. But what I do mind is the fuck around that you got to find, and then you go into these tagging stations, and it's a pain in the ass for them, so they're not happy about it. You got some 18-year-old girl that just finished making pizza that you got to wait for her to come out and be able to tag your deer. Just do it online. They did it with turkeys. You can you shoot a turkey now, you register it online. Fucking just I understand the moose thing because it's a lottery system. But with deer, let's get with the times. Like, you watch an episode of Meat Eater, he shoots an elk in the state of Montana. He's sitting on the side of a mountain, and he goes, all right, gonna make this legal, and fucking hits a button on his iPhone.
Yeah.
Done. You put your transportation tag on it, and you bring it to the meat cutter.
Yeah.
Like watching Joe Holland. He has to take the jaw out of every marten he traps. Label it with the location, the time, the date of when he trapped it, approximately, and send it to the state of Maine. And he says the same thing. Why am I doing my job? Doing their job? Like, if they need these that bad for research, then they should be going out and trapping marten. Another thing he talks about is, you know, there's a Canada lynx are illegal to shoot in the state of Maine, illegal to trap in the state of Maine.
Yeah.
So they tacked on all these regulations for for trapping because of that. Almost to the point where it makes it harder to trap the animal that you're trying to trap.
Right.
I don't get it. And the fucking... And it brings me back to... I don't know if we've talked about this, but at the moose lottery every year that they do, like they have the live moose lottery, the drawing.
It's the gayest thing ever. Stop letting Janet Mills go there.
Yeah. Like, I don't think we've talked about this on the... Like, why the fuck would they put her on stage in front of those people? Like, what are you thinking, Judy Camuso?
And don't put her on stage either.
Exactly. That's not the demographic you want to be in front of.
No, have Joe Holland go.
Yeah. Have a warden do it. Like, have somebody that have
LePage do it.
Right? He's running for Congress.
I don't.
So
it is one of my biggest complaints is like if you, and especially to see where in the last couple of years it was this past year 2025 where they just raised all the license prices on everything. And
I don't give a fuck what license costs.
I don't care. Exactly. I don't care, but I want transparency into where the money goes.
Yep.
And that's not from a greed standpoint. It is from a corruption standpoint, because I don't trust. You say that it goes into buying land. Well, okay, then why, if it goes into buying land, for the last 70 fucking years, we've been charging people to fucking hunt in Maine, but yet we can't get Sunday hunting because everything is still fucking private in Maine.
Yeah.
So what have you fucking done?
Or like this, like
I'm sorry.
The whole thing with the deer permit. You know, for years, you put in for a deer for a doe permit to be able to have the opportunity to shoot a buck or a doe. That was it. That was how it worked for years and years and years. There's more does. There's a higher population of deer in more concentrated areas. So we need to increase the permits. And so they did that. So now when you buy a big game license, you get an antler tag. It comes with an antler tag.
Yeah.
You then have the opportunity to put in for lottery to get an antlerless tag. An antlerless is classified as a deer, a white-tailed deer with antlers less than 3 inches or less from the skull.
Yeah.
So you do that. So I bought my license, which gives me an antler tag. I put in for the lottery. And because I put in for zone 20, this is 24. This is where we sit right now is 24. But because I put in for zone 20, it's almost 100% that I'm going to get a permit. So I get my antlerless tag. So now I can shoot a buck, an antlered deer, and an antlerless. So then the state and then for that antlerless tag, so I get it, I have to pay $13 for it. Supposedly that money goes to helping with deer wintering yards, for like making habitat for deer to be able to spend the winter in.
Yeah.
So they have a chance to survive. That's fine. But again, transparency. So then they tally up all those. Everybody that gets their permit, they take all those extra permits and they put them up for sale at 2 weeks later. So I can go in and I can buy another permit. So I have 3 tags, or I do have 3 tags. I can shoot 2 does or 2 antlers and a buck. But it all comes down to that transparency part. A lot of guys, especially bow hunters, there's not a lot of bow hunters around here. They're trying to find a big deer. They're trying to find a big buck. They're not. There's some guys that'll go out and shoot does, but they're focusing on 3 or 4 deer that they have on camera. They're not going out to shoot a bunch of does. And that's why there's still 1,000 permits available for Zone 24. Zone 20 there isn't because that's the most popular zone in this area. I don't know. We could go on for hours and talk about this. But I guess for you and I, it comes down to transparency. I'll pay whatever they want me to pay for a license.
I still think there should be a ice fishing license.
I agree.
And only because I don't think that there's... Realistically, I really don't believe that the fishing license is that expensive for what we have.
$17 or $21 for just a fishing license.
Right.
That's...
Make it 20 and make me buy it twice if I want to ice fish.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
And put a set time on ice fishing.
Well, they already do.
But guys go out and ice fish before January 1st.
Well, yeah, you can ice fish before January 1st, but you're done on April 1st or whatever.
Yeah.
It's also fucked up on how fucking hard it is to find the actual report. That's what I've been looking for this whole time.
It's the corruption and conspiracy that we could go down and fuck a hole in.
Yeah.
And don't even get me started on the Chinese mafia.
Chinese weed mafia?
Yeah.
Did you find any up there?
No. But apparently the Sweet Dirt place in Elliott just got bought by the Japanese.
The Japanese?
Yeah.
Is that after or before the fire? Didn't they catch on fire?
No. That one didn't. This is the massive place that they built with the state-of-the-art greenhouses, put a natural gas generator in, paid for all the natural gas lines to go up to 236, and then fucking went belly up. They were like the largest private.
They went belly up?
Yeah, Sweet Dirt is no longer. They're done.
I thought there was something that happened.
They went bankrupt and got sold at auction. All their properties and shit.
How'd they go belly up?
I guess it was too many chiefs and not enough Indians.
Huh.
So
That's not great. Oh, sweet dirt. I guess the weed bubble's bursting.
starting to.
Maybe the old Green Mile isn't so green.
There's still a bunch of places on 236. Just that one's gone. East Coast is killing it still.
They still got good. They still got good reviews.
Sweet Dirt does?
Yeah, great prices, friendly staff, such a vibe. I don't know which one my cousin was working at.
He's working at the one across the street from me. OG. At least that's the last place I knew that he was working.
Huh.
You're talking about Hotch, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, as far as I know, it's the one.
Huh. They ran out of money. Apparently, they were up in like Waterville and Portland too.
They were the largest one in the state for a while, other than the Chinese.
Weird.
But
Well then.
did I tell you I bought a new shotgun?
Yeah.
I shot it. Didn't kill anything with it, but I did shoot it.
It worked.
Yeah. Kicks like a fucking mule.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Single shot fucking
20 gauge.
20 gauge.
Yeah. I don't mind it. I mean, but I wouldn't put a fucking 10-year-old girl
Behind it.
behind it.
I think I'm going to buy a 20 gauge SBE3.
Yeah.
I think that's the next one.
I've decided I want to collect. So I have a Remington 740 semi-auto in 30-06. That gun, so it was a 740, 742, 740 on 7400,
Yeah.
and a 750. So 740 was his original, and then they revamped it, came out with the 742. They changed the bolt. I want to collect all those, and then they make the Remington 760, which is a pump, and then they made, the 760, and then they went to the 7600. Same style rifle. It's basically on an 870 frame, the 760 and 7600, but they make it 30-06, 270, all those. So, it's dangerous because I don't go to Dunkin' Donuts anymore, and I don't like eat fast food, so I have like all this extra walking around money, and it's a fucking dangerous thing.
No. It's a good thing.
It is a good thing, but like, I'm looking at new fly rods, and I can just go buy them.
Yeah.
Like I bought a new AR off my brother-in-law because he needed money, so I stole it. Well, I didn't steal it, but it's a good deal for what it is. I told Maddie that. She's like, how much did you pay for it? I was like, $600. She's like, where are you getting that? I was like, don't worry about it.
Took it.
So, but I'm feeling good. I told you before, I'm down 75 pounds.
What the fuck?
I really noticed like how much better I feel when I walked down in like clear cut after my buddy shot that moose. Wasn't winded. Was able to step over branches and sticks and
Yeah.
jumping in and out of the truck. It's just it's been awesome.
Feeling better.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. So
Nice.
That's all I got for tonight. I had my rant.
Yeah, I've really done nothing. Soccer. Last weekend, this weekend for both girls for York. Seacoast plows on for the next 10 years.
Fuck. Are you gonna get any sort of reprieve, like time off after?
From Seacoast?
Yeah. Or does that just go all year?
They'll take a small break in January or February.
But as long as the girls are happy, I mean that's the biggest thing.
Oh, they're psychopaths. Corinna fucking is a monster right now. Actually, I should make this our new podcast logo.
You could be our new co-host.
We went to Dick's last night, and she was like, "These are sick." I was like, "Fuck yeah, they are. You should definitely get those." Good news. The bar is open at Seacoast United Epping.
Good.
Upstairs.
Yeah.
So, like, you can just, like, look out upstairs over the whole field,
While you're having a cocktail.
watch the games.
Nice.
It was pretty sweet. And they didn't let us be on the sidelines, so I was like,
With a drink?
well, no, they wouldn't let us
Oh.
be on the sideline of the game.
Gotcha.
So we either had to be, like, downstairs, like, on metal bleachers, or upstairs sitting at a table with a tequila and Sprite. I know where I'm going to choose. But it brought up an interesting point where it was like, that's got to be an absolute nightmare for that club.
Yeah.
Like, from a logistical standpoint. Like, that is just an absolute fucking... It's just a lawsuit waiting to happen.
Yeah.
Having a bar on site, like, if you have a fucking parent get too drunk and get in a fight with a coach or a fucking referee
Or another parent.
like, yeah. Like, we were all up there. It was all one team's parents. It was awesome. Like, we all just, like, sat up there. It was a good time.
Yeah.
Liv's coach from last year showed up. He was coaching another team. So, like, he came up. And we just, like, hung out. It was pretty cool. It does build more of, like, a little community because you have more of a time to, like, hang out and,
Yeah.
like, be there together.
Yep.
But I did see SIG got the military contract again.
Did they?
Ah, congratulations on the government for still being shut down. It has... I feel bad for friends and family that are not getting paid throughout this.
Yeah.
Other than that, I notice no difference.
Yeah. It sucks for the people that are affected. Like I saw Josh Philbert today. I was like, how's everything going? He's like, good. Been working for free for 3 weeks, but other than that, things are good. 4 kids.
Yeah, things are awesome.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like there's people I know in town that are both of them work for the shipyard.
I know several people, like both parents work for the
Right,
shipyard.
that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, how's that going?
Yeah.
That's not good. It's like we're hiring?
Yeah. Yep. It sucks. But just hear my elbow crack,
Yeah. Old fuck.
right?
Well, I might go try and put a boat together. God bless you.
Thank you. My wife will, when my father-in-law sneezes, she says, "Peace be with you," instead of "God bless you." She told him it's more culturally accepted than "God bless you." Not everybody worships God.
How's he taking
He
that?
turns red. He gets he gets a little annoyed.
Gets a little irritated,
Yeah.
does he? I can't see that happening.
Oh,
No.
well. I had such a blast with him talking and just like telling me stories of when he was a drill instructor and shit like that, and it was cool. So, other than that, I'm done. I gotta pee. So,
All right.
thanks for listening, folks.
We'll be back next week.
We'll be back next week.
I gotta go watch Fire School tomorrow.
Fire school?
Yeah.
What's that?
We send people to the Concord, New Hampshire Fire Academy.
Oh yeah,
So I gotta go up there and do a management observation.
that's a pretty cool place. I don't know if you've ever been there before.
No.
It's a pretty neat. I mean, I've been there, like watching live burns and stuff. I don't know what you guys will be
That's
doing,
what we're doing.
but it's pretty sweet. And it's a cool setup.
I can't wait. I'm gonna go make fun of so many people tomorrow.
I am the manager. Pussy!
You gonna throw up in that fucking mask, you fat fuck? It's gonna be awesome.
A little winded?
Yeah. Oh, why don't you have a couple more Bud Lights last night, you fucking retard?
Oh,
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time.
All
And
right.
we get steak tips for lunch. So
even better.
Yeah.
Hopefully they don't burn them.
no, that was not the case. They sent a very questionable individual for chef duty this week, and they've been worried about salmonella the last
Christ.
two meals.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week. Get outside and enjoy it,
Go kill some shit.
right? Be careful of Chinese Mafia. They're everywhere. Look it up on YouTube. You could go down a fucking rabbit hole. I did the other night.
That's right.